Hello, my lovely ladies. Welcome to my channel. I'm Isabel, and today we are going to do a deep dive into 10 things that you should be doing to unlock and unleash your divine feminine within. So this video is a little bit different than what I usually do on this channel, but I wanted to start giving more of myself to this channel and what I'm interested in. These types of topics are something that I really am passionate about and have a bunch to share on the topic. So let's get straight into it. So I have my little notebook here that I'm going to be looking at so I don't just ramble on and on, that I can stay focused on what it is that we're talking about. So the first thing I'm going to bring up is hygiene. As elegant women, as I know that you all are, you should definitely be showering every day, at least once a day. Now, I don't care if you shower 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. That's perfectly fine as well, but you should at least be showering once a day. Now, I've seen on social media some women saying that they shower once a week or, once every month even, and that to me is very, very bizarre because, there's so much that happens with the feminine body, and I don't know if once a week or once a month is gonna do the trick there. So definitely don't be one of those women, and definitely shower daily. I don't think that's any of you. I think everybody's keeping up with their showers, but just to put it out there, you should be showering daily. And in the shower, you want to be using some really nice products. And they don't have to be the most expensive products. You can even make them at home yourself and do a little DIY project. That is definitely feminine, but you want to be using organic, luxurious products that are really going to enhance your skin and enhance your experience while you're in the shower. Now, me personally, I cannot do anything with fragrance in it. So if there is a fragrance inside of my body wash or soap, it has to be like an essential oil. It has to be something natural from the earth, or I'm just going to break out really bad. So you want to give yourself nice products and good products that you're putting into your skin, because your skin has pores. So whatever you're putting on it is actually still going in it. So you want to be mindful of those things. And another thing that I like to practice in the shower is take dark showers. What I mean by dark showers is I like to turn off the lights. I will light a candle and I would shower or bathe in the dark. And for me, this is such a soothing and calming experience. And also, because we're talking about the divine feminine, as we all know, the divine feminine is represented by darkness and mystery and secrecy. So being in the dark really has you embodying the divine feminine. And also you're in water, and water is a great tool to manifest with, and water is also represented with the feminine. So all of those aspects put together just puts you in such a great energy to embody and explore the divine feminine within you. Okay, so give that a try. Try showering in the dark. So another thing with hygiene is moisturizing your body. Now, I don't care if you're from European, Asian, or African descent, every divine feminine woman should be moisturizing her body daily. Well, and I say this because when we take a shower, you're basically stripping the oils and moisture from your skin, and you need to put that back in the same way when we wash our hair and we put shampoo in our hair. We strip that moisture, we strip our hair from the oils and the things that are on our hair, and then we use conditioner to give it back nourishment. So you want to do the same thing with your body. So with that, I love using coconut oil. My ritual is basically when I get out the shower or while I'm still in the shower, I just put coconut oil all over me and I just massage it into my body while I'm still wet. So then that way, when I do dry, it dries with the coconut oil and it leaves me with the most beautiful glow. So that is a great tip for you ladies out there. I'm not really into lotions. Again, I told you guys I'm like, my skin can't really do like the artificial, but so I started to use coconut oil and I've been using it for years now, and it does the trick and my skin looks and feels so good. I have the softest skin. Everybody in my family uses coconut oil. We like barely use any lotion, and I only use hand lotion, and that's because, you know, when you're out you wash your hands and you put lotion on your hands. But I love coconut oil and I live by it. Like, I always go and buy some coconut oil, and I'm not like going to like, you know, get these like droppers of coconut oil. I'm like going to the supermarket and getting like organic coconut oil, and that just does the trick. So just a tip right there, coconut oil is one of the best moisturizers for your body. So moving on, we're going to talk about hair, nails, and makeup. So with these three, I'm going to just bunch them together because there's so much to cover in them, but I don't want to just like be rambling all day with them. So I'm gonna start with makeup. So with makeup, I know there are some girls who do not wear makeup, who's not into the whole makeup thing, and that's perfectly fine. As long as your skin is looking good and you look awake and you brushed your eyebrows and you have like a moisturizer on your lip, then girl, you're good to go. But for the girlies who do like to wear makeup, you should definitely be having like your everyday makeup down packed. Now, luckily right now we're in the time where that clean girl makeup or that no makeup look is in, because you're going to need that look for your everyday, because it's good to put yourself together every day. If you really want to embody this divine feminine energy within you, she is always going to look her best. So even if you have nowhere to go, you should always be kind of putting yourself together. Now, I'm mostly always at home and I don't work outside of the house or anything like that. So I'm always like in the house, but I always will put myself together in some type of way. So if I know I'm just going to like the post office or like, you know, somewhere where I'm in and out really fast, then I won't put a full face of makeup on. I'm literally probably gonna just fill in my brows and put on some lip gloss and go about my business. But if I'm going to, say, the grocery store, or like I'm going to see people a little longer, then I'll do the eyebrows and lip gloss, but I'll add mascara and liner and I'll be about my way. Now, if I'm going for lunch and I'm sitting with people and I'm going to be outside even longer, then I'll do the eyebrows, the lip gloss, the mascara, the eyeliner, and then concealer and blush. And then if I'm going out, like I'm actually going out to dinner or I'm like recording a YouTube video, then I'm gonna do the full foundation and just do the whole glam look. And these are the levels to my makeup. But with that in mind, I'm not doing like extravagant makeup. I'm not putting on like crazy eyeshadow or lashes out to there. I'm pretty much keeping it to the same vibe, just like a little more enhanced each time. And I think that every woman should kind of get her makeup down packed and get your look so you can just kind of like get it and go and just have your go-to. So you want to really master your go-to. And luckily we have places like YouTube where you can learn how to do your makeup, or if you do want to get that real professional experience, you can definitely go and get your makeup done professionally and then have them explain everything that they're doing to your face. You can record them while they're doing it, so then that way you can always look back on the video and know and just really give yourself that full education. But YouTube did the trick for me, and just practice makes perfect. So you want to just get your looks down packed. I know that I have like a bunch, so you just want to get your basics kind of done so that, you know, every day when you get up, even if you're gonna leave the house or you don't know if you're gonna leave the house, you should kind of look put together, because you never know who's gonna come knocking on your door, or you never know when you have to run out the house for something. So just kind of keep yourself put together. And the same thing goes with your hair. So with hair, you just want to make sure your hair is put together. You want to have any style that you decide to do with your hair is fine. It's up to you. Whatever one you like, then keep doing it. That's fine. But you just want to be able to maintain that look. I know we go to the salons and then, you know, a couple of days, sometimes our hair just does not look the same way that it looked when we left the salon. And that's okay, because, you know, sometimes we just can't keep it exactly that way, but you should be able to maintain that look to some extent. It shouldn't look like night and day completely. It should look like, okay, obviously I can't get my hair as straight as the salon, but I'm keeping up with it and it looks good. So just want to keep in mind the styles and the hairstyles that you decide to wear, that they're kept up and they're looking good. And if you are wearing extensions or weaves or wigs, you just want to make sure you're leaning towards more of the natural looking side, because I know from experience of wearing wigs and stuff in the past that I was very insecure with that, because I just didn't know how other people were receiving it, and it made me not feel that good about myself. And then when I started wearing my natural hair or started wearing more natural extensions and weaves and stuff, I started to feel a lot better about my hair. So just wanted to throw that out there, that whatever style you do choose, make sure you can keep it up and that you feel your best self in it, and that's a great way to embody your divine feminine within. Okay, and then now we're gonna move on to nails. So with nails, this one is something that I had to learn the hard way. I pretty much, with the hair, makeup, and nails, I mean, I had to learn all these things the hard way. So I'm with you ladies. If you're just starting out and you still haven't got the hang of things, I was there before, but I'm here to help you. So let's get into the nails. So with the nails, you just wanna make sure that your nails look good and that they're not like taking away from your look. I remember like back in the day, I used to go into the nail salon and I would get every single color that they had in that nail salon. If one week I got red, the next week I was getting orange, the next week I was getting purple, the next week I was getting green, the next week I was getting, you know, whatever color that I saw. Whether it would have been a highlighter, would have been black, it would have been anything. I was just gonna get it on my nails, and I was gonna get, you know, these long acrylic nails, and I was gonna get, you know, designs put on them. I was just doing the most. And it wasn't until a couple years ago, a woman who came into the place that I was working in, and she was a very kind, elegant, mature woman, and she was wealthy, and you know, she looked well put together. She told me, she was like, you know, you're very beautiful, but your nails are not doing anything for you. Like they're not, your nails are basically downgrading your look. And I don't think she said it exactly like that, but basically that's what she told me. And I was just like, oh. And I just got my nails done. They were acrylics, they were bright green, and they had like some design on them. And I looked down at my nails and I just was like, you know what? You're right. And it was in that moment that I understood, like, yes, we want to be creative. Yes, we want to express ourselves, but there are some things that we do that take away from our beauty and don't really enhance it. And I was doing things with my nails that did not enhance my beauty. And from that day forward, I started being more mindful on what I did with my nails. Now, right now, I'm into my natural nails and just like having them painted a simple color that I'm into, not really doing bright stuff. I'm like doing pinks and reds and French manicure. That's like my go-to. I love French. And I kind of stay in my natural nail vibe doing that. And then there's sometimes where I do acrylics, but I keep them fairly short still, and I will do like a French manicure or whatever with that. But I don't really go into the nail designs and all that other stuff. It's extra, and I know you want to be creative, but if we're embodying this divine feminine and she's elegant, she's really not trying to be super extra. She's being herself and embodying the woman and the divinity that she is. She's not necessarily trying to be extra and trying to be loud. So you want to be more in your in a regal feeling where it's like, I don't need to do the most. I am the most. And that's what the energy really speaks to me when I hear the divine feminine. And for me, I love elegance. I love like classic looks. So that's why I think like with your nails, just be mindful. All right. So that was a lot. Another thing we're gonna talk about that I obviously love is the clothes that you decide to wear. Now, I love fashion. I love dressing up. I love being stylish and all that stuff, but I had to come a long way. Now, when I was younger in my 20s, I was definitely into trends. I was definitely into whatever was cool at the moment, and I was really stylish. Like, I was not looking trashy or anything like that. I was a little risque, but I wasn't classic, or I wasn't like really embodying the woman that I was. I was just like wearing what was trendy. And I know that sometimes, you know, that's just the easiest way to go about things, is just wear what's cool. But the best way that I think, and that most people who have really gone into fashion and seen for themselves, is that you want to stick to the classics, because you can never go wrong with classics. And what I mean with classics is, you want to wear things that you know you can wear years down the line. You don't want to wear things that is only going to work for this month. And regardless if you're buying fast fashion, you're buying from mid-range brands or like high-end designer brands, buying the most trendy thing is always going to be a waste of money. The trend never stays being the trend for long. So you want to invest in classic pieces that you're going to wear, and that's going to stand the test of time. Also, a tip to getting your classic looks down is to really focus on the activities that you're going to do while you're wearing the clothes. So if you know you are going to work out, buy you specific workout clothes. If you know you need clothes for during the day, like casual looks, buy clothes that are specific for casual looks that still are going to elevate your look. If you know you're going to go out, buy clothes for going out. If you know you're going to travel, buy clothes specific for traveling. And when you break it down that way, you're not really buying things that don't, you know, match up to what actually you're doing. Because sometimes I see people that like go for a grocery run or go shopping and they're wearing their workout clothes. I live in Southern California. People are very casual and will wear their yoga pants every single place that they go. But in reality, is that really embodying their femininity? Is that really doing anything for them? No, it's very like, I didn't care and I'm just throwing this on because quote unquote it's comfortable. But if you're not working out, then why are you wearing workout clothes? Do you not have casual everyday clothes that you can put on? So you want to be mindful of those things and kind of get clothes that fit to what the activity that you're doing. And the same thing when you're going to bed. Buy a negligee, buy some nice silk pajamas. Don't just go to bed with like a t-shirt. And if you are someone who goes to bed with no clothes on, there's no problem with that. Just buy a nice silk robe that when you get up and go to the restroom or you're going to get something to drink, you can put on a silk robe and you still look elegant and you feel your best self. Like, buying clothes that go for the activities that you do will level you up, and it's so simple and it's so easy that it's like, why haven't you been doing it all this time? And also, the same thing goes with your undergarments. You want to buy like matching bras and panties, so that way you can always like look coordinated with that underneath your clothes. Or you want to just keep the colors the same, or colors in the same boat, and that you have bras and panties that kind of match each other. So that's also a tip to just elevating and giving yourself like a more elevated and elegant feminine look. All right. That was a lot. All right, moving on to your space, your area. The things that you put in your home is also very important to elevating and embodying your femininity. So I'm speaking about like your sheets, your pillows, your towels, those things that your body is laying on or touching should be of good quality, because this is your own space. This is how you relax and unwind. You want to have like a calm space and a space where you feel luxurious and you feel taken care of. Also, I love to have my diffuser with some essential oils in it and have my room and my space in my living room smelling divine. That is something that I absolutely love. I love to burn sage or Palo Santos or incense. Like, I'm all about smells. So you just want to make sure that like you're bringing like a spa-like feeling to your own home, because if you're like me, I stay home most of the time, so I'm always here, and I would like my experience here to be like I'm at a 5-star hotel or I'm at a spa. Like, these things matter because it's getting your femininity to activate and just get you in this receiving luxurious mode. It's getting you to feel very luxurious, and you're going to just embody more of your femininity that way. Moving forward, we have your health and fitness. Now, this is very important that you take into consideration your health and fitness, because your health is your wealth. We all know this, but it's really important that as we age and as we become more in tune with our bodies, that we're actually nourishing our bodies with good food, good healthy food. I know when I was younger, like when I was in my teens, I ate fast food. I didn't care about like things like that. And then as I got older, when I was like in my 20s and I really started being more mindful with food, I stopped eating meat. I stopped like eating fast food completely. By the time I think I was still a teenager when I stopped eating fast food, but I just stopped eating the things that didn't serve me. And I really think that it's important that as a divine, feminine, elegant woman, you're giving yourself proper food. You're not just, eating whatever it is that is put in front of you, and you're not going to give yourself junk, because your body is worth more than that, and it shouldn't be fueled with junk. It should be fueled with quality foods and foods that are going to enhance your experience here on earth. So I do believe in having a healthy diet is something that is very feminine and very elegant, and something that you just shouldn't cut corners on. Also with your fitness, being in good shape. I know we're all about inclusivity and all this stuff, but it's never good to be obese and overweight. That is not good for your health. It's not good for your self-esteem. It's not good just all around for even the people around you. Everybody who loves you wants you to be healthy and happy, and that means you have to take in consideration your fitness. Are you moving enough? Are you really putting effort into, keeping a schedule and a routine that you can follow? And that is very important for not only women, but men too. We should always be putting our health and fitness in the forefront before we, think about business, think about relationships, think about any of those things. It's like, am I healthy? So, a couple of feminine fitness ideas is you can do yoga. I've been practicing yoga for about 5 years now. I absolutely loved it. It has changed my life. It's changed my body. I love yoga so much, and I can go on and on about the benefits, but trust me, yoga is a great way to get in touch with your mind, body, and soul. It's just connecting yourself with yourself. I recently started doing Pilates with my yoga, and that one is amazing. I love just the little moves that do so much for you, and it's just surprising myself every time I get on the mat or the reformer that I'm like able to do the things that I can do now. Also, you can do bar. Bar is a great workout as well that incorporates ballet with your fitness. And I have done a couple bar classes, and I've done ballet. Actually grew up doing ballet. And I thought I would really be into barre more, but I think I just gotta find a class that I really like. But barre is a great one. Also dancing, moving your body, feminine movement is always a great way to really get into your fitness and doing something that's fun. If you're definitely the woman who loves to lift weights and run and spin and all that stuff, definitely do it. Just make sure you're making a habit out of it and you're pushing yourself and you're making the effort to just be healthy. And that's my TED Talk for that. So another thing that you can do to really embody your divine feminine in an elegant, leveled up way is journaling. I absolutely love journaling. I think it's such a great tool for every woman to use, especially because as women, our emotions are very up and down, and we just feel a lot more than men do. And that's just what it is. Okay, we understand that. And I always think that it's good to just let your emotions out so you're not holding on to them. And I think that just writing them down in your journal and making, a habit of journaling is just a good therapeutic way of releasing, your inner emotions and how you're feeling. And that way you're not bombarding them on your partner or your family and your friends, that you're just releasing it and able to really just, let it all out. So journaling is definitely therapeutic, and it's a great way to just be feminine and in your femininity and allowing it to just express itself through journaling. I have a grateful journal that I do every day. I have multiple journals for different things that I use, and I think it's just a great tool for every divine feminine woman to start doing on her journey. All right, we're almost done here. Another thing which kind of goes hand in hand with what we just spoke about is your spiritual practice. Now, I know there are some women who are, atheists, and that's perfectly fine, or some people who are more religious than spiritual, or some people who are just spiritual. I think that whatever it is that you are, you still should be taking time to connect with the inner you and getting to know yourself truly and taking that time to do that. And I personally love meditating. I love just going within, taking time within, and just being with myself and just expressing myself and seeing what and who I actually am within, if that makes any sense. So I love that. I also I'm into astrology, numerology, new age crystals. I'm into ancient Egypt. I'm into really just all of the cultures. I find it very fascinating, each and every tradition and culture. I really dive deep into it, and I embody the story that they speak about in their tradition, and I find myself in each and every one of them, and that's a spiritual practice for me. But again, whatever it is that you choose to have is something personal to you. Or again, if you're atheist and none of that is your jazz, but I do think that you should just take time with yourself, because you can't deny yourself, right? You are here, and so what is you? And just asking yourself that question and kind of diving deep into yourself is a great way. I mean, it is what divine femininity is going within, digging in deep, pulling back the layers, seeing the truth, the mystery inside of you. So being spiritual is definitely a way to unlock and unleash and embody your divine feminine within. All right, another thing that kind of goes hand in hand with this is being a forever student. This goes for everybody, right? It's not just to women, but I think for women especially is always be learning. I think it's always good to, be curious about the world around you and the things around you and the people around you. You want to find things that you're interested in and really learn about them, because we're in this life to experience. If anything, that is what we're here to do, is experience, is to learn, is to gain wisdom. So the more that we, you know, get into the things that we're interested about and that we can really like take deep dives into those topics, the more that our life seems like fulfilling. So you want to kind of just stay curious, stay asking questions, stay in the mode of a student, and that will bring you and just kind of enhance your femininity even more, because you're just receiving this information and wisdom and letting it like embody you and enlighten you. And I think that is so feminine and very, very much so divine. Another thing that you should be doing is picking up new hobbies. Now, I love painting, I love dancing, I love culture, I love cooking, I love just doing new things, I love checking out new places. I love doing all of that. So I think women should usually pick up a hobby or new hobbies or things that's going to make us creative and express ourselves. That is a great way to really embody and tap into your divine feminine within, because you're really just expressing yourself or allowing the world to express itself to you. So picking up hobbies is definitely great. I picked up a hobby with like dancing. I've danced all my life, but I really got into salsa dancing, and I even got my partner to do it with me, and we go to classes sometimes, and so that's really fun, and I love doing that. Like I said, I like to cook, so I like cooking meals. I like painting. My mom is a really good sewer, so I like coming up with ideas of what we can sew together. So there's a bunch of little things that you can do that just enhance your femininity so much. I'm really trying to get into like gardening and stuff like that. Like, I think that is so elegant. I would love to like make my own fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. So I am just always up to learning new things, and I think that's great for us divine feminine women to just pick up these new hobbies and really just dive deep into something new that we haven't done before that can really unleash our creativity. So the final thing that I want to bring up to you ladies today is two things. You should be smiling. Now, I know a lot of women have adopted the RBF, and yeah, that's cool, but it really isn't. I love when people smile. Like, it's one of my favorite things about walking. I take walks and I love walking past people and just smiling at them, because it's just such a kind and welcoming thing to do, and people feel great when you do it. I'm originally from the East Coast, and when I go back there, I notice one thing about the women, because people usually say the women on the West Coast and like California are more beautiful than the women on the East Coast. Now, I don't personally like adopt that. I think there's beautiful women everywhere. I don't really say anybody is not good looking, but the difference is that women on the East Coast, when I visit, I tend to see them smiling a lot less. And the women on the West Coast, over here in LA, at least in Southern California, I see them smiling a lot more. And smiling does make you look better, but it also makes you feel better inside. Like, when you put the corners of your mouth up and you're smiling, we practice this in yoga, your whole inside smile as well. So it's even like, because we practice this in yoga, and that we smile when things are hard, so our insides can be tricked into thinking this isn't hard, we're having a good time. So you want to smile more, just kind of smile at people and just feel good about that. And another thing is, be kind. You know, the one thing that I cannot stand is a beautiful woman who's mean. It does not do you any favors. It just makes you look bitter and ugly, and just takes away from any beauty you could have had, is just being mean. If I was a man, I would rather be with a woman who was not that attractive, but very, very kind and loving and just made me feel good than a very attractive, depressing, angry, mean woman. But you know, that's just me. I think that just being kind doesn't hurt, and especially when you're around people you don't know, you should be kind. There's really no reason to be rude to people because you don't know them and they don't know you, and if they offended you, they don't know they offended you, and if they did it on purpose, like, what does it matter? There's nothing that should take you out of your positivity and your good nature, and being mean just does that, and it just gives me an icky feeling to be mean, and I just feel bad after I am. Like, I'm not the most cheerful, happiest person, but I'm definitely not mean, especially to people that I don't know. I think that's very classless, and it just isn't a good way to be for anybody, right? But especially if you want to unleash and embody your divine feminine within. So that is all that I have for you ladies today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like videos like this, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. And you should also send this to your friends or your family members, because I think this can really help all women, any age, anywhere. So please share this video because that helps me a lot. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next video.